You gotta have 4 arms.
I know. I know.
And 6 eyes to beat Floyd.
Is Floyd better than you?
Yeah, this looks, I don't know, man. He looks like he's on some gear.
That guy is Defo on Peds.
Yeah, I think he is on the PEDs, man, because this doesn't look right, man. I'm not gonna lie. It looks like there's...
During the live heated exchange between Floyd Mayweather and Crawford, Crawford said that Floyd can't handle someone being better than him. Crawford believes Floyd hasn't made any strong points about the fight and is only upset that another boxer is getting the respect he once had. This is clear when looking at Canelo's career. Canelo faced bigger opponents like Golovkin and Kovalev but never needed surgery. Then Crawford defeats him, even though he had been lifting lighter weights before, causing serious damage that will take longer to recover from. That wasn't supposed to happen, yet Mayweather keeps repeating his complaints.
It's unfortunate, but I don't want to hear it. Breaking news, Canelo Alvarez has undergone elbow surgery after him getting beaten by Terence Bud Crawford. But no excuse.
Floyd says Crawford has always had issues with his gloves, so this isn't the first time something like this has happened. He mentioned the fight with David on, where Crawford's gloves tore, exposing the padding inside. The officials stopped the fight and the commission came to inspect, but after a short pause, the fight continued with a sharp combination. Crawford quickly defeated Angin, but the incident still bothers even Evangin. Floyd said the whole situation seemed suspicious and pointed out that Crawford is one of the safest fighters, especially since the fight took place in Nebraska. It even reminded him of some bad experiences in the ring.
Commenting, talking about, yeah, Terence Crawford dirt. He's dirty. He's on that snack. He's on that...
These concerns are likely to resurface now that Canelo is injured and requires surgery. Fans are asking how a fighter usually smaller than his opponents managed to do something that none of Canelo's other challengers ever could. Some people don't understand it. Crawford, however, is arguing with Floyd that this is all about ego, saying Floyd can't stand it when someone else gets the recognition and is called one of the best in the sport.
It's who has absorbed the bigger shots in the weight division. So, and it was good. It was a very good point. It was like Canelo has been hit by light heavyweights and super middleweights for the best part of a decade.
Basically,
he's so used to taking those shots, whereas Crawford hasn't. Crawford's been hit by 140 guys and 147 guys for the best part of it.
Many people have discussed Floyd's recent interview with TMZ Sports, which took place shortly after Crawford's victory. When asked about the fight, Mayweather kept his response simple and respectful. He said it was a good fight, it was fun, and the best man won. This was notable because Floyd rarely praises anyone without framing it in a certain way. In a way, he acknowledged that Crawford's win wasn't just luck. There's no question that he defeated one of the top fighters in the world. Still, it seems that this recognition might only last a few days.
Canelo, just one, please.
Guys, we gotta go. We don't.
Can you elaborate on why Crawford is better than Mayweather? Just a little bit of detail.
Oh, he can switch. He's very smart guy.
It was Mayweather who raised doubts about Canelo's ability when his age was brought up. I'm not sure, Floyd said. Boxing takes a lot out of the body. Maybe so, maybe not. I'm really not sure, he added when asked if Canelo is finished at 35.
Little bit of Jay Reed energy. Was this the reason that Terence Bud Crawford whooped Canelo pillar to post, post to pillar?
Get your hand out of my pocket!
Was Canelo breaking down? Is his body deteriorating?
Get your hand out of my pocket!
50 plus fights, 50 plus training camps, not even talking about his amateur fights, not talking about the fights that he fought in Mexico up there in local.
It wasn't a direct attack on Canelo, but Crawford's response suggested he might not have faced the best version of him. Floyd recognized how demanding boxing can be and didn't overlook the possibility that Canelo's age affected his performance. This made it seem like the Canelo Crawford defeated wasn't at his peak, even though it wasn't an outright criticism.
Right now in the sport, that's supposed to be the man, you know, big bad wolf. You beat him, you the wolf. Now it's like, you know what I mean? Like, all right, who else I'm gonna fight? You beat the shark, you beat the wolf. Right. Damn. Like, you know what I mean? Ain't no more ops out there. It's ops out there, but who gonna make them really want to get up?
Makes sense. That's like you said.
While Crawford's fans celebrated his victory and praised his skills, some experts began to question his next steps and how they could shape his legacy. Hall of Fame trainer Ronnie Shields, who has worked with legends like Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield, recently shared his thoughts. Known for being straightforward, Shields didn't hold back when talking about Crawford. He said that to be remembered as one of the all-time greats, Crawford needs to face the best fighters in his division. Shields emphasized that true champions prove themselves by defeating the toughest opponents. He specifically mentioned fighters like Osley Zglasius, Christian and Billy Benvids, and David Benves as the challengers Crawford would need to beat to cement his place in boxing history.
On his shoulder, and will be returning back to Riyadh season mid-late 2026. That means the man is not retiring.
A 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks.
A little bit of
You ain't no cop, Jay Reed.
little bit of Jay Reed energy. Was this the reason that Terence Bud Crawford?
Shields said that skipping these challenges could make people question Crawford's place in boxing history. True all-time greats never avoid tough opponents in their division. Shields sees this as an important point because it frames Crawford's choices not just around winning titles, but also around respecting the sport's legacy. He mentioned that Crawford might move back to middleweight to go for a 6th world title. While another belt might look good on paper, Shields warned that playing it safe isn't what makes a fighter legendary. For him, a true champion proves themselves by facing danger, not by dodging it.
Before the fight, the Crawford-Canelo fight, and you had a Cavs hat on. This time you've got a GOAT hat on. Is that how you're feeling? I know it says Muhammad Ali, but is that how you're feeling about Bud's performance, about his whole career?
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that way, man. The GOAT. Greatest of all time, man. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to him. You gotta give it to his coaches. Not just me, Saul Red.
Meanwhile, speculation continues about what Crawford will do next. On the 3 Knockdown Rule show, Mario Lopez suggested that if Crawford moves up to middleweight, he could face someone like Jambek Lam Canoli. Lopez added that Crawford's name would be written in gold if he wins the remaining belts and becomes the top contender in a new weight class. This is exactly the kind of risk that Shields and Lopez talk about. Playing it safe doesn't build a legacy, it's earned by taking on the toughest fights in the sport. Crawford could take that path, or he might choose the safer route.
Honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't.
All of this connects back to Floyd Mayweather, but not in the way you might expect. Crawford has always shown respect for Floyd. He praised Mayweather's skills both before and after his fight with Canelo, calling him one of the best of all time and the GOAT. Crawford said this on the 4th and 1 podcast with Cam Newton on September 18th. I have nothing but the utmost respect for Mayweather. It would never be fair to compare me to him. He was the best of his time and I am the best of mine. Crawford never tried to overshadow Floyd or create drama for attention. He recognized Floyd's mastery and openly acknowledged it.
Looking back at like Floyd's career, like him coming up in the era that he came up in, he had all them champions that he was able to fight. And that's what led him to be so great, you know, because he fought the most champions, beat the most champions, you know, got the most money for beating the most champions.
But everything shifted when Floyd spoke negatively about Crawford in public. Crawford knows that much of the criticism comes because people see him as a potential all-time great. Beyond his words, there are clear signs that his confidence is growing. Sugar Ray Leonard, Roy Jones Jr., Floyd Mayweather, Pernell Whitaker, and James Toney were part of Jaron Ennis's boxing Mount Rushmore. Coming from a different era, Ennis noted that Crawford hasn't yet been considered for his own all-time list. This wasn't meant as an insult.
Where Canelo to have any chance, he had to go get close, so he had to go through a bad neighborhood.
Yep.
And Crawford mugged him. It's that simple. He had to go through a bad neighborhood to get anything done, to get to the place that something was going to be done good.
Yeah.
And he got mugged going through that neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
He also avoided commenting on a potential fight with Crawford, saying he is focused on starting his career at 154 pounds, but the message is clear. Other fighters recognize that Crawford has a strong reputation and could face any legendary boxer, even Floyd if he chose to. Crawford's rise through the weight classes is also notable. He was a champion at super welterweight and held the WBA belt before his super middleweight fight with Canelo. His progress accelerated after defeating Canelo, and based on his achievements and the mark he's leaving on the sport, he has clearly outgrown his division.
You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm gonna let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First, he worked behind the jab, people.
The next challenge Crawford faces could decide whether he becomes a historical figure or an all-time great. If he defeats someone like David Benz, he would join the few boxers who have truly dominated an entire top-level weight class.
Kamaru Terence Crawford versus the Mexican monster David Benavidez.
I knew it was coming.
He was the mandatory for Canelo.
Oh my God. Relax.
What's up? The scariest guy in the division.
He's not in the division.
He said he could 68 pounds. The reason why he went up because nobody wants to fight him.
That's a big dude. And to be honest, Terence Crawford's 37 years old.
It's about merit. Could I get to the
best boxer, in your opinion, right now?
European?
No, it's world. Best fighter.
World.
The world, yeah.
I think it's Terence Crawford.
Many believe it's you. Many believe you're the best fighter.
No, I'm not the best fighter of the world. It's Terence Crawford.
Terence Crawford, number one, yeah?
It's clear that Crawford is at the top, but his opponents haven't always matched the level of Mayweather's. What's your take? Share your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe for more updates.